Hey guys, Daniel here. Welcome back to the Q&A series. The last time I did this series was 3 years ago. What the fuck have I been doing this whole time? Oh, that explains a lot. That's right, we're back for the 5th time on this show. But unlike last time, it's gonna be a bit different. Welcome to Q&A 5, Pbo Edition. That's right, I'll be answering your spicy questions about Pbo. Hopefully they're good. So let's not waste any time and let's get started. What's the longest part when it comes to working on a PBO episode? Well, honestly, kind of varies all the time. Sometimes it's the writing, sometimes voice acting, sometimes it's audio editing. For the most part, it's animation. But again, it can vary depending on how production goes and what are the crew members doing. What's your favorite PBO character? Honestly, my favorite PBO character is Bobber. Now, that might sound really weird because I eliminated his ass in the 2nd episode, but I don't know, he's just, a charming little boy, Probably that's why I put him in every YouTube short. Where did your ideas for most characters come from? They mostly came from my own personal experience. So, I could just inflict all of my internal pain on my characters. Can you explain how the trio met, or is it lore based? Well, we do plan on touching upon how they met, but it's not really something that we're going to touch upon in the beginning of the show. Since PBO seems to be focused on traveling, will the challenges ever change besides having a basic find and bring system? Actually, yeah, things are already changing in the 3rd episode. Episode 3 is going to be a lot more unique than the first 2 episodes, with a unique premise on the challenge, and even a unique premise on the show itself. Do the PBO characters have any canon ages? The characters don't have specific age numbers, but I can already confirm that all of them are adults, with the youngest ones being Walkie Talkie and Bobber, and the oldest one obviously being Canteen since she's portrayed as an old lady in the show. So, but all the other characters are around the same age, around their, I would say, mid-20s or even earlier than that. Since Pumpkin Bucket stated that she was a child once, do the characters in PBO have parents? If yes, what do they look like? It's a really thing that we haven't really touched upon, but technically these characters grow as a human being, where they can age and they have the normal lifespan of a human. But do they have parents? I honestly don't really know myself. Will there be recommended characters in the future? I don't really plan on doing any recommended characters for the show, but that could change in the future. What happened to the contestants that didn't make the cut from the UI? Well, the characters that just didn't make the cut, honestly, I just found them really boring or just outright didn't like them. The characters that we did pick out, we saw potential that we could do something with them and make them better characters. What's your current plan for the show in the future? We, honestly, at this point, we just kind of plan on actually getting episodes out and, not take 2 years to make one episode. What's inside the host? Oh, you want to know what's inside Container? Well, alright, I'll tell you. It's... How does Walkie Talkie get ideas for his vlogging? I don't know, he just kind of either thinks of some random shit or just pulls away his friends to do some stupid stuff with either relating to the actual challenge that the vlog is coming from or just random shit that he thought of in the moment. So yeah, it's mostly just random stuff that Walkie Talkie thinks of doing. How did all of these characters felt after being in Ultimate Insanity? I don't know, they're completely 2 different people. Who is that in the picture after Watermelon got eliminated? Oh, it's an actual new character that we plan on introducing in the new PBO Prologue episode that will come out someday. I don't know. When will the contestants and the host finally relax in a hotel or something? Would it be difficult for Container to buy one? I feel like Container is one of those cheap-ass hosts that can't really afford that much. That's why he just kind of uses what he can work with these challenges. It's kind of proven with the first 2 challenges where he just took really random objects and just threw them around the area and just created a stupid little find and bring challenge, I guess you could say. And the same thing kind of applies for episode 3, so I think Container's just poor. What was Walkie Talkie hallucinating on episode 2? I don't know, probably a glitch in the system. How does Pinpad feel about Glowstick? I don't know, they're best buds, they're friendly, they're science geeks, they talk about science-y stuff, I think they're pretty cool, When Glowstick mentioned about why Pinpad looked so nervous when Container mentioned about him hearing the voice, what was the actual meaning? I don't know, maybe she's just concerned for Container's health or something. Will there be possibilities that we will have canon ships? There's a possibility, it could have happened. Anything could happen, honestly, with these characters. You know, it's up in the air, you know, up for interpretation. Will Kunai and Planty become best buds and help each other out throughout the whole game and their problems? I mean, yeah, you know, I mean, they just started their friendship. I guess you could call it that. But you know what? You know, they're chilling. You know, they're pretty cool. You know, Kunai with all of her, you know, fighting stuff, and Planty was just a pot of plant with anger issues. But you know, I mean, some people will think it's a weird mixture, but you know, like, even the weirdest friendships can happen. Will there be a possible chance that Onyx and Smokebomb will talk to each other after what happened and will finally get along? I mean, I don't know, they kinda hate each other. Well, mostly Smokebomb hates Onyx. Onyx, I don't even know what the fuck is going on with that guy. What are the characters' sexualities? Oh, that's an interesting question because, honestly, I don't even know myself. Alright guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I made Project Breakout, you know, characters' sexualities wasn't really a focal point for me. I just kind of focused on the characters themselves and just wanted to make a good story, so I didn't really think about characters' sexualities. That's why for the most part, I just gave them the, you know, default male, female, you know, characteristics. I was just rolling with it, guys. But like, I mean, again, as I said with the previous questions, you know, it's up in the air, up for interpretation. You know, character sexualities could change in the future if we decide on that. I probably should. I don't know. Are we ever gonna get more scenes of the past for Onyx and Smokebomb? Definitely. I don't think those guys are gonna be really, you know, staying quiet when, you know, all their argument going around. You know, I don't know. Something's just between them that, like, I just don't know. It's hard to say. But, like, you know, we're definitely gonna have more stuff for those two. Who is the most fun to animate? Honestly, the most fun to animate is either Planty or Bobber. Planty, because, like, she doesn't have any arms. So, like, it's a lot easier to animate because I don't have to focus on what arm should I use. And Bobber, you know, because he's a silly little boy, you know, and that kind of shows with the amount of YouTube shorts I feature him in. Is there a main reason why you brought back specific characters from UI into your new show? I mean, we just mainly picked out the characters that we thought that, like, had the most potential to become something much better, and we just kind of dropped a lot of the other characters because, like, when making the new show, we wanted to start fresh, but at the same time, potentially bring back some characters that we thought personally would be very interesting and could be so much better if we executed properly. Did Pumpkin Bucket had a crush on Pastry? I mean, I don't know, possibility, you know? I don't even know what this question is. They literally have not interacted besides that one scene in episode 2. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Were there any scrapped characters in PBO? Not really. The characters we came up with were just, you know, the first ones that we used. Because, like, one half the cast is just UI characters that we thought were good, and the other half is just some random object characters that we just made up one day. Is there a reason why you only wanted to include one armless character in the show? I mean, I'll be real with you guys. When we made the cast, we realized that there are, like, literally only characters with arms, so, like, we were like, you know, we have to add at least one character without arms, you know? And later on, we decided, hey, maybe that could be, like, you know, a plot point, you know? For showing off how people can be dicks. Are any of the characters LGBT? If so, which ones? Well, again, going back to the whole sexualities question that we had before, LGBT was one of the things that wasn't really a focal point for me when I made the show. Again, I was more or less focusing on the characters and the story, so I didn't really think that much about LGBT, but you know, some time has passed since 2021, so you know what? There is an LGBT character in PBO. Which one? It's Watermelon. Yeah, that's right. Watermelon's officially bisexual. Now the question might be, why specifically Watermelon? Well, the thing is, unlike the other characters in PBO, she literally got eliminated the first episode, so like she had the least amount of interesting things about her because she, you know, simply never had the time to really grow as a character. Unlike the other characters that, you know, will have episodes upon episodes to build upon them. I feel like giving Watermelon this one special attribute, you know, would make her character a lot more interesting to people. And number 2, I don't know, I just thought it would be cool. And our final question is, who is your least favorite character? It's Canteen. It's literally Canteen. I cannot stand her. She's so fucking boring. And that's all the questions I have for you guys, you know? Some of these questions were pretty interesting, some of them were pretty bizarre, and some of them made sense, you know? So like, you know, thanks for asking questions. Hopefully this show doesn't die again. And you know, we'll make the next Q&A soon. So I'll see you guys later, and Dale signing off.